Welcome again, Wargamers. We are back with what will hopefully be the last video for this little stretch of conversions, but I just thought I'd show off the finished products. These two are just Elendel and Isildur on foot, and this is that Numenor captain. All finished now and undercoated, ready for painting. Quite like the overall look that he's got there. This is the Numenorian Hornblower. If you can see, the chainmail looks a little bit better once it's had a lick of spray of undercoat thrown on top of it. That banner that I was going on about being nice and stable broke about 10 minutes before the filming of this video. So now that's got some green stuff just holding it in place. You can probably just see that. And what I'm going to do is, when it's actually dried fully, is just trim away to slightly soften it down a bit and kind of help it blend in. But once it's fully painted, that should look okay. And then the big one, mounted Elendel, fully completed. So from the last time I spoke to you, what I've done is, in the end, I did go with Anduril from the mounted Aragorn model. Decided to put it in at a slight angle to the way it normally sits, and then just use super glue and green stuff to hold that in place at the angle I wanted. Then, using press molds, I've made the shoulder armour for each side, and just lightly added that on top. And then the final step was gluing the head in the right position that I wanted to, with just a little bit of green stuff again underneath it holding it in place. There's a little bit of tidying up to do on it, but overall I'm quite pleased with the way this one's turned out as well. You know, I'm quite exceptionally happy actually with the sort of final pose that it's got, and I think once it's painted up it could look really cool, depending on how well I do so. Anyway, that's pretty much it. The final conversion that I had with this cluster was the mounted Captain of Numenor on horseback. He's still underway, but in order to try and get the army finished, I thought I'd maybe come back to this one on a later date. You can probably see actually that I've started sculpting the back of the cloak there, but actually properly filling that cloak out and extending it down the side of the horse, because it's at a bit of an angle, it's going to take a little bit longer and a lot more patience, and I really want to crack on and finish the army. So while this one will be nice to add at some point, for now I'll be happy to have the captain on foot whilst Elendel rides to war. Anyway, I hope that's been useful to some of you and given you some ideas or some inspiration for doing conversions of your own. If you've got anything that you'd like to share, or any questions on how these conversions got done, just put it into the comments below. And yeah, happy wargaming.